Well, if you remember in one of my past videos, I mentioned I was going to build a good humor truck, at least my version of a good humor truck. And I've been looking at good humor truck pictures on the internet. Even went back and followed some of their history, you know. That's a company that started in Ohio in 1920 with buckets of ice cream, and in 1923 they came up with the ice cream bar, and that's when that all started. With they had bicycles with boxes on the front, and you know, that's how they delivered their ice cream, you know, and sold it to people. And then from there they went to the trucks. And boy, you know, if you're talking about the 1950s, yeah, that shows my age, right? That's when I remember them, you know. Probably about 1955 is when I start remembering those trucks coming down the street in Chicago. And you know, we'd be in the apartment buildings and we'd hear the bells and the music, and you know, Mom, can I have a nickel for an ice cream bar? And we'd be off to the ice cream truck. So I just had to have one of those on my layout. You know, in 1976 is when they sold all their trucks, and they started to market it in, you know, grocery stores and that sort of thing. But you know, I'm here in Minnesota, and I can't find any good humor bars here, so I don't know how far they really go with that. You know, like I said, I grew up, you know, in Chicago in my very early childhood, and that's where I remember it from. And when I talked to my wife that was raised in Minnesota, she never even heard of a good humor truck. So I guess there was limitations on how far they went. Anyway, I found this model, Classic Miniatures, you know, and I gotta tell you, I had the most trouble painting this thing. And the people, because they included a couple little people. I mean, these people, N scale, right? So they're just about this big. Anyway, I'll show you what I went through, and I'll show you what it looks like on my layout. This is a 1950s ice cream truck. Showcase Miniatures. This is the N scale. And, you know, this goes back to my childhood again. I mean, 1950s, and in the 50s I was living in Chicago, and I can remember the good humor trucks. I mean, looking just like this, and this has got decals. That's the model there. That's what that looks like in there, and it does have decals. I just wish it would have said good humor on it, but it'll do. So I'm going to start putting this together. I'll take out all the parts so you can see what it looks like laid out here. So there it is, unboxed. It's got a nice little case there. I really like that case. I wonder if I can use it for something. And this is the directions over here for the decals and the windshield. I'm thinking this is part of the windshield. That's the cab. That's the ice cream box on the back of the truck. That's the undercarriage. And it looks like there's 3 people included too. I don't even know if I can paint something that small. Boy. And then here's here's what was in the top of the box. And when you flip it over, the first thing it says is to make sure, you know, you have all the parts included. And it's like, well, I don't know what all the parts are. But and then there's the decals. I'll try to zoom in a little bit. I don't know. Can you read the decals? It's hard for me to read the decals. I need a magnifying glass. My glasses aren't even strong enough. Anyway, this is what I'm going to put together. So we'll see how it goes. So I just kind of set the truck together just so I can see about how it's going to look once it's assembled. And then I'll start painting up the pieces, and then I'll glue it all together. So I started painting the body I've got a little bit of touch up I have to do here, and still have to paint the grill and that, but I painted it, you know, white, and then it dawned on me, you know, I needed a kind of a gloss, so I had to go back to the store and buy some glossy white because I didn't have any. So it's coming along. I still have a lot of work to do on them, but I'm trying to paint the tires on this, and boy, I'm having so much trouble. So I went back to the store because I don't have any brushes small enough, and I bought this brush, and I don't know if it's going to work or not, but I'm going to try it. See, I already screwed up. I'm trying to get the rims white, and then the tires black. And then when I get done, I'm going to have to go back and put a, you know, like a chrome hubcap on it. So this one isn't bad, but now this one here needs a little more work. And you know what? It's like I almost think I could do better with toothpicks, because I was using toothpicks earlier and trying to paint it with the toothpicks. It's like if I don't get enough paint on the brush, I can't get it painted. And if I get too much on it, it bleeds over on the black. This is going to be a never-ending project for me. I'm trying to paint these little people that came with this model, and I'm just trying to give this one some black hair, and I gotta tell you, it's really hard. I don't know. Can you even see it? They're just so small. Here's another one. I'll try to hold it up so you can see it. There's one I'm working on right there. Can I bring it in closer? This one here, I think I'll give try and give blonde hair or something, or brown. And then there's this guy. He's my, that guy there is my good humor man. I had a lot of problems with him too. If you're wondering how, you know, actually big these are, this is N scale, so that's those people sitting in the palm of my hand. So this is my people, my three little people after I got them painted up. Like I said, there's no eyes or that sort of thing on them. They're just too small. And this is the truck. This is my version of the Good Humor truck. And I have the decals on it now. And I did struggle with those too. Struggled a lot on this one, on this other side. I mean, it's passable, but it just didn't come out the way I wanted it. I don't know if you can see, but I do have tail lights on the back. There's a blue stripe. There's a blue stripe you see on the truck there. That represents the canopy that would have gone over the top if it was raining. Give you one more little look at it. And now we'll go see what it looks like on the layout. So I lined them up in front of the fire station so you could see. The first truck you see is our hook and ladder. That one was actually a yellow truck. I didn't have to do too much to that, but I did have to paint it up to the colors it is. And next to the hook and ladder is my tanker. That's actually a mini metal classic, and I painted that up and added the fire hoses on it and that sort of thing. And then the fire engine that you see at the next to that, next to the Good Humor truck, that's the same as the Good Humor truck. That's a Showcase Miniatures, and that was actually looked the same as the Good Humor truck when I started building that one. And that's another one that I painted up after we put it together. So those are the 4 vehicles that I have on my layout that I either painted, I repurposed, or I built from a kit. I'll put a link in the annotations to this video of the fire trucks when I built that, so you can follow that along if you've never seen it before. Alright, there's another look from the back end. And now we'll see what that Good Humor truck looks like when it's set up in the scene. Looks like a big day in Heartland. Big Humor's come to town. I hear he's gonna be all over town in the next few days. I wonder if he's got any ice cream. Hey, you got any ice cream cones? Thanks. Wow, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna be able to have ice cream anytime I want now. This is awesome. Yeah. It's good. Love it. Want some ice cream? It's got more. Anyway, I'll catch you on my next one. Hope you enjoyed this video. God bless you all.